Hello and welcome everybody to Let's Stream Hammer and Sickle for Windows. This is actually one of my favorite computer games, and I am ecstatic that I got this game running, because let me tell you, this game is incredibly hard to get running on a modern computer, because the DRM on it is incompatible with Windows 7, it will blue screen you, and the game itself can't run on a 64-bit operating system, because if it's 64-bit, you'll get a video card error. So you actually have to crack the game's exe to get the DRM to not run, because the DRM will blue screen you with its horrible malware that is its drivers. And you have to use a hex editor to make it so the video card thing works. Oh god, it's hard to get this thing running. Hey Dyphanus, and hey Death Angle 75. I always read that as Death Angel the first time. So I'm ecstatic I got this game working, because I love this game. I'm probably gonna Let's Play this game one day. So this is the first time I've played it in maybe, just over a year, maybe? So let's get going right off the bat. I guess, actually, real quick, I'll just, preface, strategy, it's a turn-based, strategy RPG kind of game. Takes place in the Cold War. It's 1949, and you are a Russian spy getting deployed in occupied East Germany. So, pretty much the most awesome setting for a video game. Okay. Now this game is pretty brutally difficult, so I think we're gonna do manual difficulty. This will change your score at the end. Well, okay, hold on. Do normal, and we'll change it from there. I want to see what are the differences here. Okay, so the higher the rating, the higher the score multiplier at the end. Manual casualty evacuation. I like to have that turned on. It's a lot easier if you don't have it turned on, but I like turning that one on because it's fun. Save as possible in real time, always chapter map. I'm gonna go ahead and say always, or else we're gonna be here forever. When I do the Let's Play of this game, I think I'll have it on chapter map. Heal based on skill, bandage only full. Well, I'm not gonna have full, that seems unfair to me. Bandage only, maybe? Based on skill. You know what? I probably still have the guide on me. I found the discs in my room, like, buried. But the guide was really good, so let me just go really quiet as I go across the entire room and quickly dig through a box to see if I have it on me, something I probably should have done before the stream. And you guys can probably still hear me because I have the mic on shotgun mode, and because of where I am right now, you'd probably still be able to hear me, just not nearly as well. Found it! Whew, this thing is old. Alright, now, based on skill, I think it's like the higher level your medic is however much health you heal. Healing, by the way, for that difficulty setting, it's when you're injured in this game, you get pretty fucked up, because you're getting shot, and the game is pretty realistic about it. So the way healing goes is, if you have it on bandage only, that means that whatever wounds have been bandaged on that map, when you rest or go to another map, that will turn back into healed health. Because, of course, bandaged wounds are not as good as healed wounds for obvious reasons, but it's still better than open wounds. You hate the app. What app? Oh, are you watching the stream on, like, some kind of mobile device? Alright, so let me check the index here. Difficulty levels, page 17. This is a 78-page handbook. They really went all out on this game. It was a pretty poor company that made it, too. This is one of those games where every little thing you do affects things. Just, okay, it doesn't go into specifics on that. Put that behind me, and I'll reach over for that guide whenever I need it. Okay, enemy AP, enemy VP. VP is their vitality points, that's their health. I say we just keep that equal. I want mine to be equal with the opponent's. in-game time rating. Hold on. Modify it. Lower in-game time, the easier... Okay, the lower the in-game time speed, the easier the game. Okay. I'll keep it at 3 then, because that's just in the middle. Enemies hide often, rarely, always, never. I'm gonna say often. You know what? Normal difficulty seems completely fine to me, other than the always save. So, and bandage only, yeah. This seems fine to me. It's gonna be real hard. Now, you can either select a pre-made character between one of 4 classes, or you can make a custom character. Out of all 6 classes, I'm gonna make custom. So first, you choose your profession. There is soldier, sniper, scout, medic, engineer, and grenadier. In brief, I'll tell you what all 6 of these are. Soldier, obviously you're a weapons expert. You generally use rifles or automatics. You can use really any kind of gun effectively, but you specialize in the bigger guns. All around, you generally have high health. You can be good in a squad or on your own. They're kind of the all-arounder, although they tend to have low intelligence, high strength and dexterity. A sniper tends to be a lot of dexterity and intelligence, mostly intelligence. Obviously, they specialize in single-shot rifles. And they are all about finding a good hiding spot and picking off enemies from afar. I'll probably be playing Sniper because that's a very fun one, although a very difficult one. Scout is often the one that, I'd say this is the most often one for people to pick. They have high dexterity and strength, although you do want some intelligence, you don't want to be stupid. They're very good at melee attacks, they're very good at using small weaponry and silenced weaponry, like a silenced pistol. And they're very good at stealthing. They're good spotters. They're great spotters for a sniper. And they tend to be okay at, like, diplomacy kind of things. I believe that's actually the, like, recommended one to start with, although melee weapons are very situational. But they're your scout, assassin, whatever, where they're very good at being stealthy. Medic... high intelligence, generally low in both strength and dexterity. They're obviously the best at patching people up. Their only specialty weapon are pistols, in that they're pretty accurate with pistols. All around, pretty poor in combat. Generally, you don't make your leader a medic, just because there's a character you can get early on, who, although being a soldier, has very high medicinal skills. Engineer, where you can... They generally have very high intelligence, decent strength, decent agility, or dexterity, rather. They specialize in, like, picking locks. They pick locks, they tend to be very good at diplomacy. The two skill paths you can go down with Engineer are based entirely off, like, setting traps, picking locks, you know, like, specialist skill stuff. Barricading doors, stuff like that, and the other one being, you can actually be pretty good with heavy, like, stationary weaponry. And obviously you tend to be very good at repairing jammed guns, and guns are deteriorating over time. And lastly, the Grenadier, where you have a lot more strength than a soldier, a bit less dexterity, you're generally very, very dumb, is you can huck a grenade incredibly accurately and incredibly far. You can handle really heavy weaponry like grenade launchers, rocket launchers, tank busters, which are very hard to get and expensive weapons. And lastly, you're also one of the classes that, due to the really high strength, you're actually very good when crewing a big, like, two-handed machine gun. Like, straight up, like, tripod machine gun. World War II kind of stuff. So Grenadiers are good with weapons like that are the really heavy, powerful ones. But for what I'm gonna pick for my main character, I'm kind of, I'm having a hard time deciding between Sniper and Scout. So how about the chat? I'm gonna call on the chat for a vote on if we are going to be a Sniper or a Scout. So everybody cast your votes. As a quick reminder, Sniper is obviously you specialize in single-shot rifles, and you're all about finding a good hiding spot, usually somewhere up high, and picking off enemies from afar with lethal single shots, whereas a scout, you're better at hiding, you're stealthier, you're very good with melee weapons and silenced weaponry. And you can see very easily spot enemies, so you make a very good spotter for snipers or for other squad mates to be able to see where the enemy is. This stream is exploding with people. Yeah, I've only got 5 people. No one knows this game. This was from a poor Russian studio that it was hardly translated to English. They hardly had the funds to translate this game to English. Okay. Just about everyone's saying sniper. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for sniper. Going once. Going twice. Fantastic team. Sold. Alright, we're gonna be a sniper. Whee! We can change how we look quite a bit. Your opening camo really doesn't matter a whole lot. I think I'm gonna go with the default face though, just because I really like that. Okay, our first name, Mah-Dry. Our surname is Bread. Nickname. Oh, we have to go with the Hammer. The Ham. Hammer. Okay. Hell yeah! And I just got a subscriber. Thanks, Sep. How the fuck do you pronounce that? Okay, we need high dexterity because dexterity does help with your aim. Strength is not a huge priority. We're probably going to be carrying pretty light equipment other than our sniper, which, you know, a good rifle tends to be a pretty heavy weapon, but we're not going to be carrying a whole lot of weapons. I'm thinking just a rifle and like a pistol as a sidearm, maybe a knife if we really need it. You know, there are 3 people here. My screen says 5, but I know for a fact one of those is counting me. So yeah, these stats look about fine to me. Custom head? No, I'm pretty happy with this head. Let's start the game and hope it functions correctly. Hey, Ultra. In-game graphics, baby. The music in this game is fantastic, by the way. Man, I wish more modders got in on this game. One day, I'm telling you, one day when I get really popular, I'm gonna make this game have a comeback. Hey, look, it's Stalin on the wall there. Mind you, we're in Russia right now. What's with the severed hand? There's no severed hand.
Please be seated, Comrade Captain. Do you understand your mission?
It's not a severed hand, it's just really bad graphics. Remember, the studio is pretty poor that made this. Also, facial hair in this game looks awful.
Make contact with Vaclav's group. If he's still loyal, deliver our proposal. If not, kill him.
I fucking love the voice of the main character in this game.
We've served together since 1941, so I'm going to tell you what's not in the file. Moscow doesn't know about this mission. If you get caught, you'll be labeled a defector. We'll deny all knowledge of your mission.
I would expect nothing less.
This task is much more difficult than it seems. I would prefer to go myself than to send you into this mess, old friend.
Look at that neckline. He looks like the head's not even attached. It's like a test dummy.
Then tell me, old friend, why me? I'm a commando, not an intelligence agent.
Officially, it's because you've seen Vaclav. But between us, we don't have a lot of intelligence agents to spare right now. And frankly, you're a lot more expendable.
Thanks. But you should know, I don't really have intelligence training or diplomatic skills.
Understood. However, I suspect this mission will call for your commando skills. It could be as volatile as your operation in Krakow.
Why?
The stakes have gotten much higher. Some of their leaders are eager to escalate tensions. They want to justify using atomic weapons on us.
They haven't used their atomic bombs in 4 years. And they only dropped A-bombs on Japan to help end the war.
Yes, but remember that some of their leaders urged them to drop atomic weapons on the Soviet Union instead of Japan, even though we were their allies. Many of those leaders have increased their power. They haven't had enough of war and seek to spark another global conflict. So you must not fail.
What does that have to do with my mission?
I've said too much. The post commander at the border to West Germany has been told to prepare for your insertion into enemy territory. Good luck.
Alright. It's time for the first part.
Wait. You want me to cross the border where?
This is the first part and also one of the hardest in the game.
Right here, Comrade Captain.
Lieutenant, in case you haven't noticed, there's a U.S. sentry post right there. And 2 barbed wire fences. And mines.
We will remove the mines.
Very thoughtful. You removed the mines from the American side, too.
I fucking love this dialogue.
The Americans haven't laid their mines in this sector yet.
Good. What about all the American soldiers?
They'll all leave in 5 minutes.
How thoughtful of them.
They'll run to the checkpoint.
Why?
Just wait 5 minutes. Oh, and our troops don't know about your secret mission, so please keep your head down until you reach the American side.
Sounds like I'm safer over there.
In 5 minutes, you will be. Got to go. They can't start the show without me.
Well, this isn't the first time my orders make absolutely no sense.
God, I love the main character in this game. Okay, let me remember the controls here. Let's pause. First we need to do our stats. Actually, we also need to save. Save early, save often. Okay. Let's, there. We're stealthed. Let's take check of what we have. We got wire cutters. We need that. Submachine gun M3A1, which we are not particularly inclined to using, but having a burst fire gun would be useful. Hey, Umadark. We have an SSA dagger, which we're not, again, we're not very good with melee weapons, but it's nice to have some kind of sidearm, especially because a dagger is concealable, so easy to hide. Got an extra magazine for our SMG. We have 2 frag grenades, and we have a first aid kit. Now this first aid kit's actually very good, where that's a proper first aid kit instead of just like a roll of gauze like we'll be finding later. So 5 uses of first aid kit. We got the wire cutters for taking out the fence. We're decently equipped. Let's there. And let's do our stats real quick. Our abilities. We start at level 3.5. It keeps track of all the cool little things like how many backstab attacks you got, your hit ratio, just fun stuff to look at. And let's look at our ability tree. Now, keep in mind we're a sniper, so we've got the sniper ability tree. Look for free. I believe this is mostly the spotting one. Look for free allows you to turn around and look around for free, so no AP cost in battle. That's actually a very useful ability. It's not massive for a sniper, though, if you have a good spotter. Because for the sniper, you kind of want to stay completely still, because after you fired your first shot in a position, you'll have a better chance to hit on the second hit because you're accustomed to the recoil, you're already looking in the right direction, and you're a little bit more familiar with the gun every time you use it. So a lot of little modifiers. Faster crawl is useful, just lower AP cost for crawling. Good shot from any pose. Good. That's good, but it's not major. Because as a sniper, we're probably going to be either laying down prone or sitting most of the time. We're not going to be standing very often, because that makes us kind of an easy target, and we want to be hard to spot. Because keep in mind that if we're not in cover, we're screwed. We're a sniper. As soon as we fire our first shot, we're probably going to give away our location. So we need to be somewhere in cover, and we need people backing us up. Because this is 1949. Rifles are fucking loud. Is that an MP40? No, that's an M3A1. It's decent. It's a much better weapon in the hands of a soldier rather than a sniper. As a sniper, we're very bad with burst fire weaponry. Faster skill growth, that's always useful to have, although that's more of an ability for engineers. Solo, this is a good one for snipers, because snipers tend to be away from the rest of the group. If there is no squad mate within 3 meters of you, you have a plus 15% to evasion skill. Or accuracy is up 15%, and evasion skill up by 20 points. That is major. But keep in mind, that doesn't work if you're close to your allies. Faster change pose lets you switch poses a little quicker, so you can duck down or lay down quicker, get away from bullets, or get into cover. It's good for if you're going to pop up, fire off a quick snapshot, and then get back down under cover. Still better class than Bulma. Faster shots. You don't have to pay for shot preparation, which you don't need to do shot preparation if you've already fired a shot at that same enemy, because you're already going to have the gun in position. But that means your initial shot costs less AP, which is very useful. And faster familiarization. This is double-edged sword, where you get used to weapons you're using much faster, but you also lose your familiarization with other weapons much faster. That's pretty good for a sniper, because with a sniper, there aren't many rifles in the game you can really use as a sniper. You're probably going to want to customly modify weapons to get a scope on it, and maybe even get a silencer on it. So you're going to be using the same rifle a lot. It'll be good to have an engineer on your team to do touch-ups to your rifle, because it will start to degrade. I know we're off to a slow start, guys, but I want to explain everything, because it's also familiarizing myself. Rifle specialization, incredibly important, because it increases your shooting skill with rifles, and rifles are definitely going to be what we focus on. Ambush, probability of inflicting a critical hit on an unaware enemy increases by 25%, and the severity of the successful crit chance by 50. That's major. Also, for anyone out there who's played Silent Storm, this is made by the same company on the same engine. This is an unofficial Silent Storm sequel. Better chance of crit, better crit severity, master sniper increase, so that's more crit. Always inflict ranged critical, which is amazing, where every single time you shoot someone with a gun, it's a critical strike, which is basically means every shot you make is a kill. And since you're a sniper, you're gonna hit a lot, but keep in mind that would require you get all of these skills, both of these, and all of these. So that's probably the hardest skill to get. Seeing as this is Hammer and Sickle, guessing you're a Soviet sniper. This is 1949. I am part of the Soviet Union, and I'm a commando turned spy, basically, and the class I picked was sniper. Shoot through cover, which is actually surprisingly useful if you have a spotter. Let's see, like, if they're like, for instance, let's say you're in a cellar of a pub, and you've got a guy who's sitting in the pub, and you see someone you want to shoot, that you can coordinate between the two people. With the guy sitting at the bar could spot the enemy for you, and the guy in the cellar could then shoot through the floor with 100% certainty that that bullet would go through the floor properly to be able to hit the target. Night hunt, ability to shoot at night with daytime accuracy. That's good. Night vision, see at nighttime as if it was daytime. Increased sight angle, you can see 50% more, so it's better peripheral vision. Sight range, you can see a little bit farther. Increased spot. These would be useful if I was really going solo, but as a sniper, I'm not going solo. I'm going to have a spotter with me, because snipers work in pairs. So this whole line I'm going to be really ignoring. Except for shoot through cover is pretty useful. And force of habit, familiarize quicker. Or no, Okay, no, the bonus is better, but you get it slower. Okay. Increased shot range, effectiveness of ranged weapons, 5%. Increased range damage, which, not major if we get that. Faster aiming when using a snipe shot is very important. Okay, let's get on with the game. Rifle specialization. Alright, I had to unpause for that. Free look, and I want to work my way towards always inflict critical range, or always inflict ranged critical. Faster crawl, good shot from any pose, faster skill, solo. I really want to get to solo. Ambush. Okay, we've got our skills done. Now, let's survey the map a little bit. We can't see any of the enemies. This is the Russian side of the border. This is the American side. I like how the flags don't wave. What our goal is to get to the American side of this West German border and get over here where we can run. So we're not the most stealthiest guy in the world. Luckily, we do have nature camo on. All right, we're not the stealthiest guy in the world, so wish me luck. Let's get crawling. And we're in sneak mode, so we're trying to be as quiet and low-key as possible.
Will do.
Now, I'm gonna cut... I hear someone over there on the US border. Okay. Ooh, don't stand up. Don't stand up. Just sit. What's the hotkey for this? A? Okay. Cut the wire, but don't go through yet. Stay low. We're waiting the 5 minutes for the distraction that the commander said that he would make for us. So we've cut the wire on our side and we're laying low. And we gotta wait for the distraction. Yeah, we're in West Germany. This is US and UK occupied West Germany. 1949. Cold War. This is the distraction! Parks a tank right on the border, aims it at their outpost. That's quite the distraction.
Get a bazooka! The damn commies just started World War III.
It's an amazing American accent.
Sir, they stopped at the border. Looks like a joke.
Well, it's a damn stupid joke.
It's a pretty good distraction, though.
That lieutenant's a hell of a joker. At least he didn't bring aircraft.
God, I love this game. Okay. We gotta capitalize on this right away. Okay, go cut the US side. Oh. Don't tell me someone saw me.
All right.
Lay back down.
We'll
Just
do.
gonna crawl out here. No one saw me. Okay.
All right.
Actually, let me start combat just to go into non-real-time mode. So I can put that away. Get my rifle ready. Just in case. I don't want to start a fight at the border, though.
He sees me.
I was spotted. Okay, let's try it again. Just cut it. Get your rifle out. Lay down. This is why I say it's one of the hardest parts of the game, for being the first part of the game. Your chance of getting spotted if you're not a scout is pretty high. Sometimes you'll get by without a problem, sometimes you won't. It really depends on where
I'm
they
detected. I shouldn't have stuck my neck.
God. This is gonna happen a few times, guys. There's no other tactic to this. really is just crawl along the bottom. You have to kind of time out when they're going by, but usually you're not gonna see them. I have look for free, right? Yes, I do. Okay. My best recommendation is to probably do it during combat mode. But even then, they can do an interrupt.
Will do.
If they spot you before you spot them.
All right.
I don't see anyone. Don't see anyone. No. Just
Understood.
keep inching along. Get behind the tree. I think we're safe this time.
Yes. All right. Affirmative.
Alright. I think we've got this, guys.
Will do.
Haha! We made it. Autosaved. Now to go to Gaffenberg. It's the closest that's the closest little town to the border for us to run to. Let's see what our journal says. Contact with Lockelove's group. Presumable dislocation. The settlement of Gaffberg. Self-revealing prohibited. Local clans. Oh god. Big words. Clandestine agent to be used in case of extraordinary occasions. So don't give yourself away. Well, we're kind of walking into the city in Russian camo with a Russian submachine gun. It's gonna be hard not to give ourselves away.
Execution complete, sir. What about the woman?
What woman? Vaclav had 2 men.
Yes, sir. We shot them, sir. But they were with a woman in a uniform.
That wasn't in the briefing.
Should we interrogate her, sir?
We're out of time. Finish her and let's go.
An unknown shooting squad in this small city, and they're not carrying the colors of any particular country. Also, one of them sounded German, the other one sounded American.
Огонь!
Ooh. Fucking love the music in this game. Okay. You see this logo here, where it shows the soldier with the helmet and he's smoking? That means that he's an enemy who's unaware of your presence. Now, these guys are obviously a threat. If they see me, they'll shoot me because I witnessed what they did. Let's fuck them up.
When work is a pleasure, life is a joy.
Wounded, dead, dead, wounded, healthy. I'm not particular. Oh. Game crashed. Let's bring it back up. Keep in mind it was made by a pretty poor studio and the game was made for Windows XP exclusively. So let me just reopen the game. It autosaved. All we lost is the grenade throw. It's booting back up. Alright, let me check real quick, make sure you guys can see. Yes, you can. Okay. It happens sometimes. It's irritating. I'm not going to defend it. Ooh, we did a little less damage this time. Lightly wounded, critically wounded, healthy. Wow. We have just enough AP to burst fire.
That was a sweet
Critically wounded, normally wounded, but he dropped his weapon. That guy's the only threat left. The critically wounded guys are basically on their deathbed. And it looks like we killed the, whoever the commanding officer was, he's dead. Enemy turn. They hardly have the energy to turn and look. Looks like that guy's trying to run away, getting a little space. He's running for the house. These guys are bleeding out. This is not my kind of weapon. Going to prone.
I didn't think I'd hit him.
He's critically wounded. Okay. Draw my knife. I'm not wasting ammo. Going to run. I'm gonna butcher these guys. Come on, what are they gonna do?
Looks like I got you.
Interrupt attack. Couldn't do anything, he's that far away.
I can stand it.
No, you can't.
I'm practically a platoon now.
Practically. You got a level. Faster crawl. Better careful shot, yes. Grab that rifle off the ground. There we go. Now we've actually got a weapon that we're supposed to be using. What rifle is this? SMLE or SMLE. SMLE Mark 1. This is a decent rifle. No scope, but still. There's a Luger on the ground. Did the game just crash again? Game crashed. Let's bring it back up. We gotta save more often.
They can be scraped off the ropes now.
Apparently there's a fan-made patch that fixes a lot of the issues, a lot of the crashing issues. Why couldn't it be a smile rifle? Because that'd be too fun. Oh fuck, I think this guy's gonna... He's completely healthy. He's gonna get me. Moving around the map so that it doesn't do fancy camera angles. There.
I should have stopped my neck.
He got me in the face. Music's good. How did I replicate that so perfectly?
Always wanted to die.
Holy shit, I fucked these guys up this time.
Oh, yes.
Heavily wounded, he's not a threat. Yeah, there's a fan patch that apparently fixes a lot of the crashing issues, but I don't know how well it works with my hex editor. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, a few more crashes like this and I might have to switch the game on the stream. Might have to try out that fan patch too. Someone in the chat do me a favor. It should be super easy to find. And it might be the level, yeah. Which is unfortunate because this isn't necessary.
I can stand it.
We wounded heavily, critically healthy.
Feeling a little dizzy.
That's to be expected. Someone in the chat do me a favor. Google search Hammer and Sickle unofficial patch. It'll probably be the first result, and link it in the chat. I believe there's only one unofficial patch. I know I used to use it on my Windows XP computer, but I actually had to crack the EXE of this game to get it to function because the DRM on this game, like, I own the game legally, but the DRM that comes with the game doesn't doesn't function with Windows 7. Him. Got him. He's gonna repeatedly hump the ground. Yes, it would be the level. It's one of the things on the PAX fixes. Okay. I just don't know if it'll work because it might change the required EXE, and I had to specifically mod this EXE. I don't know if that mod will work with the new patches EXE, because I don't know if the crack will work anymore.
That one's finished.
And if the... Why is there a head rolling around? Okay. I'm gonna make an extra save here. Just in case. Okay, if we crash again, I'll give that a try. Should only take a second to install. But I'm gonna be... fucking... How do I... I hope there's an uninstaller for that patch, though. Just in case. I can always just reinstall the game, honestly, because, like, I just started playing it. But the install takes ridiculously long. Just because it's, again, not made for this operating system. Now, I'm gonna show you guys the first secret character of the game, because she's very good.
Good to meet you again, Pan Vaclav.
It's you walk up to the American soldier here who is just executed. If you walk up to her, you'll realize that she is still breathing.
Wait, I think the woman is still breathing.
The citizens are coming over here to see what's up. You carry her into the house here where a medic lives. This is the doctor of the village. So, first secret character, and it's a very good one. You can actually beat this entire game without getting a single ally, if you really want to. This game has a lot of freedom. And once you come into this room, it'll make the doctor in the place start looking... he'll start coming down here. So let's just put her down on the floor. It looks like I just did the Alabama Slam to her, which would kill her. The doctor should be showing up any second now. Here he is.
Who are you? Get out!
Shut up. I'm asking the questions. Name, rank, and job.
Henri Gotard. I'm a doctor. They hired me to set up a field hospital here. But I had nothing to do with that slaughter out there.
Take it easy. How many men were in the captain's squad?
15. 10 left, after the 5 you just killed. And they're due to return soon. If I were you, I'd get out of here. Wait, what are you doing? That woman's alive and needs my medical assistance.
Yeah, she needs medical assistance, so you stepped on her open wound.
So, assist her.
Very well, let me take a look.
How is she?
She was very lucky. I can stabilize her wounds for, shall we say, $500?
It's a lot of fucking money. Yes.
Glad you're reasonable. Lay her down over there, and I'll take care of her.
This is the first step necessary too. If you want to get her on your team, first, obviously, you have to take her into the doctors because she's critically wounded and bleeding out, and she's unconscious. Then you have to pay the medical bill. And I believe in like 2 or 3 days, she'll be well enough that you can talk to her. And you can get information from her, you can recruit her to the team. There are different things you can do, although you do have to pay her wages. So, it's very expensive having her on the team. Whereas some other allies are completely free because they join for different reasons, I won't spoil.
She'll be okay now. She still needs rest, but she should be up by tomorrow.
Mah-Dry, you should have just given her your Ontario medical card. Well, we're in West Germany. I don't think it'll apply.
Who is she?
Although I believe Germany does have free healthcare. Modern-day Germany.
I don't know. She came with the 3 men who the captain executed.
Great, so we have no one to question.
Who did they come to see?
The captain is the one you,
Killed. Yes. Tell me about him.
I avoided him as much as possible. He was a dangerous character, just like,
Like me, yes. Why did he kill those men?
I love this dialogue. It's fantastic. They tried so hard on this game. I wish it sold better.
I don't know. It seemed to have something to do with the fact that their leader was Polish.
Possibly. What else do you know?
Nothing. I didn't ask questions. I patched up their combat wounds, and they left me alone.
What will you do now that he's dead?
This work is too terrifying. I'm going back to private practice. Conrad said I could go back to private practice when the captain left.
Have we asked yet who Conrad is? 'Cause that seems important. Okay. We know the people are coming back, so let's go question some of the... Hey, look, it crashed! Seems to be whenever I'm in that one spot. Let me look at these patch notes real quick. Will the game boots back up? List of corrections, get a Gaffenberg location. The battle with the second wave of attackers in a draft ally. If the enemy attacks in a fist fight, sometimes the allies become hostile. Fixed. In the plot branch with ambushes, ambush in Gaffenberg, player loses the radio if after combat. Where is it talking about the crashes? Right. Load up the just in case load.
Good. Wait.
That's a glitch that the menu music is still playing. I'm just not gonna go in this location. This seems to be where the crash always is. Oops. Good, he's being a little bit quicker this time. Oh great, I forgot to pick up the gun. Fucking hell. Alright, let's get this patch. And I guess I'll put on 5-minute break. I'll still be talking, though. And let me bring up the music. Your location, cosmetic changes have been implemented. Player to prison. La 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 la. With game reinstall, patching changes to files. Back up the files after... Okay, so it's pretty easy to do this. Okay. This shouldn't mess with my EXE if I'm correct. So, I don't think this will cause any problems. Thanks for the link in the chat again, Umadark. And it links to an invalid website. The link to the actual download. Okay, I'm sure I can find another location for the download. Let me just search. Okay, here we go. It's on Softopedia. I'll get it here. So can you play the other classes? Yes, I can. There are 6 classes in the game. You can pick your main character to be any one of those classes. The other teammates, you can't pick other classes, but with you can pick between any of the 6 classes, which, as a reminder... No, it's a valid patch. It's just that link linked to a download of the patch that doesn't exist anymore. Okay, let me open file location here, go in my backup folder to back up these files before I overwrite them, just in case I'm having problems with the unofficial patch. So I need to back up the scripts, res, Sickle DLL. Yeah, that looks like that's all I need to back up. Oh fuck, that's a lot to back up, actually. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna back those up. If this does end up causing more problems, I'll just do a reinstall off screen. Because that's like 2.5 gigabytes to back up. Oh cool, it comes with a readme that says all the things it fixes. That's useful. Okay. I don't think this will interfere with how I got this game working. Wish me luck. Paste, merge, yes. Move and replace, Sickle DLL. Whew, alright. And... oh, forgot to move these two folders. Move, merge, yes. Perfect. Alright, looks like this patch is being manually applied. So let's change it back to the game screen, bring down the music, and let's boot the game. Wish me luck. Should be booting any second now, usually takes a few seconds. Not sure why it does with this game, but not newer games. And, oh, perfect! It booted without the DRM. So, and it says right here, Hammer Sickle version 1.15, which is good because the game never had an official patch, I don't believe. Which means that, yeah, this patch worked. I don't know how much it'll fix, but it'll fix something, and it's not fucking with my way of making the game work. So, even if it didn't fix that one crash, it still made the game work better. So, thanks again, Umadark. Alright, let's give this another shot. You know what's one little thing about this game that bugs me? About the game mechanics, actually. Like, not about the crashes, it's about the game mechanics. If you're using up your AP points to, like, take things in and out of your backpack... did the studio close before they could add a patch? No, the studio didn't close, it's just they didn't... the game sold really badly. And I'm pretty sure they just didn't. They just kind of gave up on it and tried to cut their losses. It's a great game, but it was not marketed well, and it was a very unknown studio at the time where they had already made Silent Storm 1 and 2, and people loved that. Can you loot the bodies for ammo? I don't think they have any extra ammo. I could, actually, if there are no enemies in the area, you can click loot to instantly find things. I could take the other rifles and take the clips out of the rifles, but I'm not, because I remember what happens next. And we're gonna want the ammo to stay in those rifles for it.
Who are you?
Okay,
15.
we already saw that dialogue.
Well, she was very lucky. Glad you're reasonable.
Okay, so we paid the 500 in medical bills for the woman here. And remember, we are on a time constraint here because the rest of the soldiers, are going to come back soon. Let's save over the just-in-case file, and let's go question some of the locals. If I remember, the one I can question is over here.
Herr Officer.
By the way, little fun fact in this game, some characters' faces are randomly generated. So this character, for instance, will look different between a few different faces and wear different things on different playthroughs.
Herr Officer, we saw you plugging those outlaws. Please, accept our thanks.
Okay, so they were some kind of outlaw group.
At ease, soldier.
Well, they seemed really organized. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the plot of most of this game. I don't remember who those people are.
Herr Officer, Gregor saw a car headed this way. They'll be here soon.
Any of you serve in the army?
Yes, Herr Officer. All of us. We can use weapons. We just don't have any.
Take them from the bodies. And if you have time, please dispose of the bodies.
Thank you, Herr Officer. Right away.
If I remember correctly, they don't dispose of bodies. You can manually if you want to, but we're on a kind of a time constraint. We got experience for convincing the locals to help us. So the locals are gonna start grabbing those rifles to help. Since we took one rifle, that's one local that's not gonna have a weapon. But it's not a massive deal.
Tin Woodsman left his axe here.
I remember that there's an axe right there, and I also remember... I think there's something in here. Looks like these rooms got really fucked up during the war. Oops. Aim before shot. Yes. That'll basically increase my accuracy on new targets. Crashed! Let's boot it back up! God. Oh my god. This game. Even when I get it working, it's hardly working. It'll boot back up any second, guy. Here we go. Fuck. I hope it's just this area. Actually, I hope it's just this one time in this area, because we're in this area a lot. Fuck off. It crashed again. I might have to look online to see if anyone has a fix for this, but I doubt anyone has a fix for it, honestly. No one remembers this game. It doesn't even really have, like, a cult following.
Herr Officer!
That sucks, because I love this game so much. I just want to play it. I'll give it one more chance. Come on, game. You know you want to work. Please. Okay. I'm gonna save again.
Herr Officer.
Take them from the body.
Save. Ah! The instruction at... Okay, so this time it actually gave me an error code. Let me Google this. I highly doubt I'll get anything out of this, but I'm gonna try. No. No, I don't think I'm getting anything out of this. Nope. Nope. Okay. I'll just do a quick search for hammer and sickle Windows 7 crash. I'm already seeing, like, most of the posts are just like, it won't even boot. And it's... Oh, God, that's annoying. And before I give up and try that sometime off screen, I'm just gonna look up its page on GameFAQs. Hammer and Sickle. I'm gonna look up its page here. And oh wow, the cover for the US was actually way better than in Europe for this game. And go to the board and see if anyone else has a way of fixing this. Nope, almost no one has posted on the forum for it. And the last post was in 2009. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to switch games. Let's do the game list. I'll have to find a fix for this off screen if I can find one. Might even have to make a call to viewers video seeing if anyone knows a fix. Still better forum than yours. Yeah, still more people talking about this, or talking on that forum than talking on mine. And the real shame of it is I check that forum every single day. I update that forum all the time. Warband. I haven't played Warband in a while. So Mah-Dry, are you going to do a Halloween stream? Yes, I am. Nick from the chat, actually, he gifted me a pre-order of Natural Selection 2. That comes out on Halloween, so on Halloween I'll be streaming that game. Looks really fun. Umadark, you seriously don't know I have a forum. I pimp that shit out everywhere. It's in the description of every video I make. I've got my own forum. That's where I post all about my Let's Plays, and like I have an entire list of every single Let's Play I'm gonna do. Check that shit out. You go on that forum and start posting stuff because I read it every day. It's like the best way to get in contact with me, but no one uses it but me. It's a real shame. You aren't sorry at all. Apparently this one guy subscribed to me, then unsubscribed like 4 times. Weird. You know what? I might be able to look up Silent Storm Crash, because that game was more popular and they run off the same engine. Maybe it's an engine thing. Maybe that will work. I don't know. I'll look into that stuff later, though. There's no point looking into it now. Alright. Let's find another game. So, I saw Minecraft, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Warband. I like how I'm getting more viewers now that the game has crashed. I feel sorry for anyone who came in here and they're like, they looked at the game list and they're like, oh my god, Hammer and Sickle, someone else actually plays that game? And then it's like, no, it crashed. If any of you guys in the chat there, if any of you guys have some time and you feel like it, try and look up, crashes with Hammer and Sickle. I don't know, look in YouTube comments for the few people that post the game. Maybe there's a video, maybe there's a forum, I don't know. If any of you guys feel like looking for it and you do end up finding some kind of solution, inbox me on YouTube with that shit, because I really want to Let's Play this game at one point. But I can't do it unless I find a fix, and I'm having troubles finding one. So just, if you guys want to, and you find a fix, let me know. Okay. We should look for a game now. What would be a good game for the stream right now? You know what? I'm in a Civilization mood. Let's play some Civ 4. Let's go from one Russian game to another game where you can at least play Russia. Sucks I couldn't play Hammer and Sickle, though. I love that game. Alright, let's get the game up. Any second now. What, now is it gonna have problems booting? Oh no, it booted, okay. It's weird, it was just sitting there for a second. Game, Civ, change screen region for that. There we go. Play now, Fractual. Yeah. Let's be Russia. Stalin, he's a fun leader. Yeah, I saw that site the other day. Or did you make a specific one to show me? Oh, the Ubik one. Alright. What kind of starting location did the game give us? Goody hut right there. Lots of stuff in the water. Early workboat would be nice, but we don't have fishing yet. So I think our first tech will be animal husbandry. So worker, animal husbandry. We'll be getting that goody hut. That'll be 5 plus gold. So this panel would actually be better for making settlers, but it'd take us a lot longer to get the workboat out. So I'm gonna go with a pretty standard opening. There's a weird landmass. Some floodplains we start on. That's good for science. Floodplains are worth a lot of money. Goody hut. Another map. Fucking hell. I don't need your maps. I want settlers or workers. Technology. Funny how you're the Russian Empire and yet Stalin was later the Soviet Union. Well, Soviet Union is Russia. It's just it was called something different at the time. But it was Russia before that, and it was Russia after that. And plus, this game calls everything the Blank Empire. Like, for instance, the Sioux are the North American Empire. So we've already found Isabella, which I'm not happy with being near Isabella because... Oh, gave me experience. She is very aggressive if you're a different religion. Soviet Union had way more land. That's because it also had other countries combined with it, like the Ukraine.
Blessed shall be the fruit
Ukraine,
of thy cattle,
I believe
the
Georgia
increase of thy
too.
kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
A lot of gems over here. A lot of gems. Source of horses near Moscow. That's good. Decent starting location. Russian Empire was bigger if you count Alaska. No. Soviet Union was far larger than modern-day Russia. Although modern-day Russia is still the biggest country in the world.
Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime.
That'll get me 5 and it'll also get me gold. So those horses are one of the best investments. I'm actually in a really good land to start in. Not great for military, but great in what's around. Yeah, I think these horses are going to be what I focus on in the beginning. I need that pasture up because this first settler is going to take fucking forever. Hinduism's been founded, and Isabella founded Buddhism. If you're a different religion from Isabella, she's incredibly hostile towards you. Luckily, she's close to me, which means I'll probably get her religion. Russian Empire also had Finland. Well, it depends on when in Russian history you're talking about. Because Russia has changed in shape and size drastically and often in history.
Oh, farmers, pray that your summers be wet and your winters clear.
There's stone up here. I definitely want that. Because I do want to get an early Great Wall. But the stone is pretty far away. It'll be hard to connect that to the network without like a city maybe over here to connect it to. City right here, I would definitely make. Maybe another one here. Hard to say. It's gonna take a while to get this stone, I think. Oh, the Mayan Empire, or the Maya Empire. They've got a really good leader. Pre-World War I. Neither of these are really too preferable over the other. I really want early bronze working. I'm not going to go for an Axeman rush, I don't think. Although Stalin has probably the best Axeman rush in the game because he's the only aggressive leader who starts with mining, which means he can rush bronze working. I don't think I'm going to go with an Axeman rush. I'm more so getting bronze working early so I can chop out wonders. Oh, I got instant writing. That was lucky.
In doing what deserves to be written, in writing what deserves to be read.
I also would like early slavery. So I can whip and chop out production, because there are quite a few wonders I want early on. So I really need to beat the opponents to it. Open borders? Sure. This is a weird shaped land. I don't even have the wheel yet for roads. I'll be able to chop soon, though. Starting this turn, or next turn, there's some more stone. That's a good location to make a city right here, because then it'll be coastal. I'll get the rock, I'll get the corn, and I can get the pig later.
It is entirely seamless.
Switch to slavery, get masonry.
Lie mangled by the bronze spear. In his death, all things appear fair.
Chop the forest. Okay, scout, I'm gonna have you auto-scout from now on, because I've pretty much got the gist of the land. Yeah, right here. That's a good spot. Chopped out the warriors. Let's get another one. Let's actually mine that. Now that population's actually growing. And you're going to rush a workboat. First warrior will go to defend them. Second one will stay at Moscow. Perfect. Cool little feature about this game. Certain cities are actually renamed if you are... they're renamed if you're Stalin. They're renamed to the things that Stalin named them. Like, for instance, there's Stalingrad. And there's also, I believe it's like Leninburg. Okay, I'm gonna chop this forest. Whenever you chop down a forest, by the way, it gives you a huge production bonus, like a temporary one, to the nearest city.
That cities learn the lesson of building high walls.
Okay, I really need to get the wheel. But now that I have masonry, I'm at a little bit of an advantage here. Masonry will let me get the Great Wall. Yeah, it is a cool little touch. I like it. Got that? Okay. Rush the Great Wall. And you guys keep chopping. I need that production. Let's get some clams. Increase the healthiness of the Empire, and it's just a good tile to work. Or not, happiness, healthiness. Chop that. That'd make it stagnant. I might switch to that later. Just to help with those last few turns. Food's kind of a good priority, but at the same time, I really need to get this Great Wall. It's integral to my strategy that I get this Great Wall out. Chopping that forest did speed it up by about 5 turns. We got the wheel, so we can start connecting things. I want pottery. Chop that forest. Luckily, even if you build a building by chopping a forest, anything left over will carry over into the next thing you build, so there's no wasted production. Got it! We've got the Great Wall. The Great Wall of Moscow. This will be great for early expansion, because it means barbarians can't enter our borders. So I don't even need to worry about defending the towns against barbarians. I don't need to rush those warriors. Also, great generals come in at double the speed inside our cultural borders. Gives me a little bit of culture in the city. It also gives me points towards Great Spy, which is the main reason I wanted to get it, because I want an early Great Spy to help with espionage. Okay, you guys can switch up to focusing on food now. I want population growth. You know what? You guys just... It would take you forever to make a settler, but go ahead and do it, because I really need that extra expansion. And you are going to... You're gonna fortify there, actually. Until those borders expand. when I can get the fish. Great Wall of Moscow seems legit. Actually, I think it was in Civilization 2, they actually name the wonders the Pyramids of Blank, the Great Wall of Blank, and they'll name it after this city. So once I had the Great Wall of Boston... Oh, my scout died to a barbarian warrior. Great.
And another unto dishonor?
Okay, let's get mysticism. Usually I don't like to get that too early, but getting monuments is a cheap and easy way to get culture, which will make our borders expand. And we want this. It's one of the things I really like about cultured teams, is that they don't need a monument to get border pops. Workboat done. You only take 3 turns to get the next settler, or the next population growth, so work on a granary until then. I'll make that 4 turns. Go food focus. Actually, no, that only... Okay, yeah, keep with this. And I could get more clams, but I think I'm gonna go with fish instead. Just because I want the healthiness bonus. That's a pretty great wall, isn't it? Blocked there, blocked here. Yeah, it's just visual, though. That doesn't... The actual visuals of the Great Wall don't matter. We need more workers, too.
Nature herself has imprinted on the minds of all the idea of God.
I want to get the alphabet pretty quickly, just because that lets me train spies. But until I get the Great Spy, it's not a big deal. So sailing is useful, because then we can trade between any of our coastal cities without even having a road. Chop this. I want extra production. And I'll build a mine there later for long-term production. Slave rebellion. I'm too busy to deal with it. Go into a turn of anarchy. Another turn of disorder. Just do it. Another turn of disorder. This is bad. Okay. I don't want to have to kill 2 population here. Settlers done. Monument. Okay, gonna have to kill some people. Unfortunately, it's kind of necessary. I want to connect the road to, or I want to connect the horses to the rest of the place so I can actually make mounted units. Make a monument. Okay, the horses, the capital now has a supply of horses, and in 2 turns when we have sailing, the rest of the civilization will have a supply of horses too. Make a cottage right on the floodplain. That'll be worth a lot. We need the money. Sailing.
You
Good.
can't direct the wind, but you can adjust your sails.
We don't need Stonehenge. The pyramids would be nicer. I kind of want to rush the pyramids. Granary.
Do not throw the arrow which will return against you.
And meditation and priesthood, because the oracle, I don't need it, but it's very useful. I'm gonna help chop out the pyramids. Also, what would it cost to whip that one out? Too much. I'll wait until it's gone up a little. You're done with that? Good. Get a warrior. Chop that. Wait until that costs 1 population. Granaries help with population growth. It is worth killing people to get more, though.
Meditation
Especially early
brings
on when you've
wisdom.
got unhappiness.
Lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Know well what leads you forward and what holds you back.
There you go. Worker. Yeah, we really need more than 1 worker right now. That helped with the pyramids a little. Let's go over here. I don't really have any luxury resources to help. Oh, he's starting to get sickness. I'm going to attach the rice to the rest of the trade network then. That'll help. Having food variety.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.
It's about time I get the alphabet, maybe. Yeah, because I'll have that great spy soon. 33 turns, not bad. I'm a bit behind in technology just because of the build I'm going. That's why I'm getting the Great Spy out, to steal technology from others, to keep competitive. Worker done, good. I don't have marble, but you might be able to get the Oracle. We have Buddhism, okay. I want you to build a mine here. Help with production. Okay, the sickness went down. Let's connect sheep ahead of time to the trade network. Because that'll also help with healthiness. There we go. Oh, yeah, you're unhappy. It would cost 11 population to whip out the pyramids right now, so I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go help chop out the pyramids. You cannot continue. Oh, someone beat me to the Oracle. Great. Well, at least I do have priesthood, so I can make temples now that I have religion coming in. That'll make my people a little bit happier with the slavery. Lighthouse would be very useful for you. Should have done this earlier. Chop that. Also, I should chop this for Novgorod. Help with their settler. I plan to make a pretty big empire. I should have started a bit sooner, honestly. Now you've got unhealthiness again. Well, if I whip some of you dead, I don't need to worry about unhealthiness, do I? Alright, let's get this stone. If I put it right here, I could get the corn and the stone. Gotta be careful about barbarians, though, because until I plant the city, barbarians can get them. But with a Great Wall, they can't get them after I plant the city. Yeah, this is a good spot. Oh, there's also silk down here. Oh, damn, I should have put it here. Whatever. Not too bad. You're gonna build a mine up there for long term. There we go, we rushed out the pyramids. You're really getting into the Stalin role, aren't you? Yes, I am. Basically working people to death for the sake of production. Well, Stalin's traits in this game are aggressive, so his gunpowder units and melee units start with extra combat skill, and he can make barracks twice as fast. But he's also industrious, which means he's much better at producing world wonders. So I've really got to take advantage of that trait bonus. So really pump out the production, get the wonders before other people. This allows you to instantly get any kind of government civic. Also helps with points towards Great Engineer and gives you a lot of culture. Now, I do want the Great Spy and not the Great Engineer, although the Great Engineer is very, very good. I need a Spy first to help catch up with technology. One turn I'll have Alphabet. Lighthouse would be very useful here. I'll wait one turn so I have Alphabet, and then I'll have Revolution. We're in Classical Era.
Words have the power to both
Code of
destroy and
Laws.
heal. When
I want
words are
early
both
Code of
true
Laws.
and kind, they can change our world.
Gonna have to bring down the science rate a bit. Just checking what's worth whipping. Okay. Oops. Wrong one. Everyone's got open borders, that's good. In fact, I'm friendly with both of these people. Isabella loves me because we're the same religion. Okay, so we instantly have every kind of government available to us because of the pyramids. Which means despotism, no more, because that sucks. Hereditary rule's a good upgrade. But, +3 happiness in your 5 largest cities, +3 science for all specialists. Representation is really nice at this point in the game. So let's switch to representation. Our unhappiness for slavery will be way lower because of this. We can actually get the Great Lighthouse, which is good because almost the entire civilization is coastal. Let's get the Great Lighthouse. Shop that. Okay, the people are a lot more happy now. Since we only have 4 cities, that means all of them get the happiness bonus. One moment. I'm back. Sorry about that. Most powerful civilization in the world. We are the lowest on that scale because we have, like, no military. Fine with me. Let's get that science and money going better. Good. We have our first great spy. Pakal, you are going to be my target of this, because you are financial, which means you have a lot of money, which means science is going to be easy for you. Which means you're probably the most scientifically advanced one here. Granary complete. You are going to get settlers. Do you like my my ancient Russian ninja? This is true. A picture. Still a better keep calm than Bulma. Correct. Let's go ahead and get a temple here to make the people a little bit more happy. And let's get our regular spy going to Maya. Speeding up the production of that monument, because I'm right near their borders, so I want my culture to be actually competitive. Make a warrior to defend yourself, just in case. I don't know how much Maya likes me. They really don't like that I'm a different religion. Apparently they founded Confucianism. Okay, infiltrate them. This will give me a bunch of espionage points with them. I want most of my espionage going into spying on them, rather than spying on Isabella, because Isabella likes me a lot, which means I'm not too worried about her. Plus, she's probably not as advanced. Have that. Good. I want a granary. Slowly building a road over there to attach them to the trade network. Good, now they're getting border pops. Now we have code of laws. I don't want caste systems. Slavery is too useful for me right now. Let's get iron working so we can have swordsmen. I have a feeling that Pakal's going to become a threat early on. Buddhist temple done, that makes him a little bit more happy. Let's get a library, because that's our main science town. And we got another border pop. Make a farm here. We don't have a whole lot of food areas there. And we can attach corn to the rest of the network. I don't think we have corn yet. That'll cause a little bit more healthiness. Spy is here. Next turn I'll have him do espionage. Okay, steel technology. I can steal ironworking or polytheism. Well, I'm already working on ironworking, so I'll steal polytheism. Got it.
Not at all similar are the race of the immortal gods and the race of men who walk upon the earth.
Code of laws for monarchy. We'll do that mostly because you're my ally.
A multitude
It's not a
of
great
rulers
deal
is
for
not
me.
a good thing.
And the spy
Let there
survived,
be
so let's
one
have him go
ruler,
down there again.
One king.
Great lighthouse. Good. That means we have 2 extra trade routes on every one of our coastal cities. We really need a temple here to help with happiness. And let's get that corn farm going. This place is now connected to the network, and it's also got a road going to it so we can travel a bit faster. Oh, and there's a source of iron up here.
You should
Lucky.
hammer your iron when it is glowing hot.
Get monotheism, because I want organized religion. Keep making settlers. I need to expand more. It's about time I connect these 2 by road to help speed up traveling. Iron up there. This would be a good spot, actually. I think we're doing pretty good this game. Hey, Isabella. You have monotheism, I have alphabet, that's not at all a fair trade. You've got gold. Gold for sheep. If I attach fish to it, you'll do it. That's fine with me, because I've got spares of those. And I want the happiness, so that's a fair trade. Makes my people a bit more happy. Library complete. It's about time I start getting courthouses to lower maintenance cost, help our economy. This displays the true identity of Joan.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Keep calm and be friendly with fire. That's pretty good. I like that. Switch to organized religion. And mathematics. A lot of silk up here once I get the calendar. costing a lot of money in unit maintenance. New scout, it'll be quick to make. Connect corn. Scout done. I want you to get a second scout because it'll just take one turn. That way your population goes up. Influence religion. Yes. I want to influence... there we go. He automatically converted to Buddhism, which means he'll like me a lot more. All of a sudden he went from hating me to thinking I'm an alright dude. Which means he's less suspicious of me now. I'm getting a little bit more control. You can see why I really like espionage in this game. You can really control what your opponent does with it. So it's hard to do espionage early in the game without a great spy, but later in the game you can get a lot of buildings to increase your espionage. As you can see, I don't have any tax rate into espionage just because I would rather focus on science. But I think I'm going to bring down my tax rate a bit, because my money's looking pretty bad. I want more courthouses, because they lower maintenance cost by a lot. Okay, I'm gonna go see what Isabella's doing. So send a spy up that way. There, help with the money problem. That granary is really important that I get it. On the front line, get a library because it gets you more culture and science, and the culture is very important to have along my the edge of my borders. I will connect these two by road now just to speed up that travel time. Mind that. Novgorod can actually use that too, even though there's a mountain in the way.
If in other sciences,
Calendar, because I have a lot of calendar-related stuff I can use.
It behooves us to place the foundations of knowledge in mathematics.
Oh wow, Isabella's actually getting really close. Good thing I'm scouting her lands now. She's aggressively expanding. But she really likes me, so I don't think she's gonna go military on me. It's worrisome. I'm gonna make sure I have a lot of culture on that side, so I can push back her border if need be. You don't have any technology that I don't have. Okay, just making sure. Bakal, your score is a bit higher than mine. You have theology and I don't. But you're not willing to trade. You have pigs and I don't. But I've got nothing I can really trade you for the pigs. That'd be worth it. No. Because I don't want to trade away the last of one of my things. So. I'm not going to gift them my spy because they're just going to use it on me. I'm going to go ahead. And when's the next pop? 44 turns. 5 turns. You get over there and wait. Is James Bond a great spy? He might be, actually, because all the great spies are named after spies. And I know James Bond's not real, but it might be in the game. They do have a good sense of humor. Okay, connect the iron to the network. All leaders will like me more if I pay a bit of money. Do it! And we have another great spy. Again, Pakal, I'm gonna use it on you. You're expanding aggressively, you're not as friendly, and you're more technologically advanced, and I want to steal technology. Courthouse done. Get an aqueduct to help with that unhealthiness. Calendar's done, so we've centered our map.
Every purpose under heaven.
I want aesthetics, because I want to start getting towards the theater. You don't like the Spanish? I'm not gonna break deals with the Spanish. They like me more. Make a quarry. infiltrate. Gets me more espionage with them. Settler done. Make courthouse. You've done that. Good. Up here. Connect that. They switched the religion back. Great. So it means they don't like me even more. Aqueduct. Let's move it over here so I can get the clams. It looked pretty weird if the Great Wall expanded with your border in late game.
Art for the sake of truth.
I think it actually
Art
does
for the sake
expand
of
with
the
your
good
border
is beautiful.
in
That
Civ
is the faith
5
that
to
I
an
am
extent.
searching for.
Currency. We need to strengthen the economy more. Russia's, with Stalin, this tactic works a lot better if you're going to be military in medieval. You can't just rush military with this. Good, the library on the border is done. Helps with the culture. Now, a temple would help. So would a monastery. Make a monastery first. Because it helps with science a bit, too. Hey, Mr. Killer. Hanging Gardens would be a really nice wonder. Man, even after Aqueduct, I have unhealthiness. I need another worker. Make the Hanging Gardens in that city. Spreading Confucianism to my lands. That's fine with me. It means more temples and monasteries. Oh, this is a nice one. The statue of Zeus. Great Prophet, eh. Moai statue, ooh. Yeah, Moai statues. Oh, someone beat me to the Hanging Gardens? Yeah, get that. Shop that one out.
Everything is worth what its purchaser will pay for it.
Metal casting. I should have got forges a while ago for my production. If it didn't get rid of original, so it has layer after layer, yeah, that'd be interesting. I got some spearmen, good. Get a granary. Bakal, I'm not happy with you having your chariots on the borders. Makes me feel like you might be getting a little aggressive. How do you feel towards him? They're both founders of different religions. You like theocracy, you like hereditary rule. Well, I'm not going to switch to hereditary rule just to make you happy, because representation is doing very well for me. Speaking of... I want you to have a spy, actually. You don't need a great priest. That's good. Buddhist monastery done. Walls, because it'll only take you one turn. Barracks. 'Cause they're starting to make military movement. I have to react. You spelt pyramid wrong. You fixed it? Okay. Keep calm and buy slaves. I don't buy slaves. I whip slaves. I forgot I have the calendar. Yeah, I can start taking advantage of that now. I'm bored, can you tell? Well, that's why you're watching my stream. To be more bored. Yeah, cut down that jungle. Boost that, that espionage. Moai statues have been constructed. Get some spies. Monastery first, then spies. So that's been cut down. Make a plantation. I want silk connected to the trade routes to make my people more happy.
And them that take the sword shall perish by the sword.
And construction would be nice. Ignore the cat. Just try. Let's get drama, actually, so we can get theaters for more culture to push our... have more aggressive border pushing. This is what the borders look like right now. The cultural borders. I know it's really hard to ignore the cat, but you've gotta. Okay, forge. I want production. You've got the barracks done. I want you to get some archers behind those walls. You'll give me theology and some money for metal casting. That's actually way better trade in my favor.
Two cities have been formed by two loves. The earthly by the love of self, the heavenly by the love of God.
And connect that to the network by road. Isabella. Great spy is being born in... Okay, so I know he's probably going to use that on me. Isabella. You've got construction. What do I have that's about equal? How much does this cost? Calendar's equal. Okay, calendar. You don't want that? Alphabet. And aesthetics. There you go.
And on the pedestal, these words appear. My
I
name
want Colosseums to make my people more happy. The Apostolic Palace would be nice.
And despair.
I kind of want to whip out a Colosseum first. Or a forge. Forge first.
All the world's a
Finished
stage, and all the
feudalism,
men
because I
and
want
women merely players.
longbows.
They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts.
You want me to just give you drama? No. You like me enough, you're not going to go to war with me just over that. Theater on the front line, definitely. I want a lot of theaters, actually. Yeah, build a farm. Now that you have that done, the Pulsodic Palace. Lighthouse. There. Tax rate has to go up. Your internet's being crappy. Is something wrong with it? Pakal, I'm not liking where you're building. I don't trust him at all. No luxury resources here. I really want to make... I can make a city here, probably. That wouldn't be a bad spot. I could share the iron. Oops. Yeah, rush that wonder. Got another wonder. All right. Ton of gives us a bit of great profit points, a lot of culture, and it enables all religious civics from right when you get it. Make a library. Now we can afford to up that science rate again, and espionage. Pigs for rice. Deal. More healthiness for us. And, oops, that's the wrong button. I can go free religion, which means I'll have no state religion, a lot more happiness, and a lot of science, and much lower upkeep. But that would mean that Isabella likes me a lot less, and it would put me in a bad situation. So instead I'm going to go pacifism. We make great people at double the speed. Pigs for rice seems legit. Not as great as whales for sugar. Great engineer. Perfect timing. Use that to rush the Apollostotic Palace. Saved us 13 turns on that. Give you the calendar. I'll give you a calendar because it's an old technology and it'll make you happy. Hey Mao Zedong. Looks like we just met China. And we also just met Hannibal. That's good, actually. Theater first. And vote for myself in the palace election. Cool. Isabella, vote for. Lighthouse done. Library. She voted for herself, so she won the vote. Okay. She won the vote because I think she has a higher population. Theater done. Spy. Theater done, you need a Coliseum to be happier.